everybody, welcome back to Real Good Pilates. I'm Michelle, and today I have for you a super fun Pilates reformer workout. We're going to be using our reformer box, and we're going to have it placed on the back of your machine, going short box ways, side to side across your rails, and we're going to leave it there for the entirety of the workout. Depending on your height, your leg length, and the exercise we're doing, you may find that you need to scooch it either closer or further back from your carriage. So feel free to adjust that as needed. I'm going to be using a single blue spring throughout the entire workout. That tends to be just about right for me, but feel free to increase or decrease if you need to. All right, so get your box set up going across your rails, and then we're going to start seated on it. You also want to be sure that your straps are not on your shoulder rests, so just have them down on the floor. That way the ropes aren't going to be in our way. So let's get started. I want you to take a seat on your box facing your carriage. So you're going to sit on down, and then you're going to have your headrest. If you have the option, I want you to put your headrest in the fully upright position. That's going to give us a little bit of something to dig our heels into. If you find that your feet are slipping at all, maybe grab a sticky mat or wear some sticky socks to give yourself a little bit of a better grip onto the headrest. So you're going to bring your legs all the way together, and you want to rest your heels right on that kind of crack of the fabric where the carriage and the headrest meet. Okay, now for me, I'm able to put my heels there with just a slight bend to my knees. So that's about the perfect setup. You don't want your knees to start super bent or fully extended. All right, now we're just going to stack our spine up tall, draw the knees in towards each other, take a breath in, and just let your arms kind of dangle right off the front of the carriage. And then as you exhale, you're going to nod your chin and just allow your arms to kind of hang towards the floor. Get a nice little stretch going through the spine. And then as you inhale, just re-stack up tall. And then again, exhale to nod, folding over the legs, drawing the abs back in towards the spine. And then sequentially stack the spine back up tall. Good, let's do that a few more times. Try to keep the lower body and the pelvis pretty still, and just allow the weight of the torso to pull you close to the legs. Good, let's do that one more time. Now this time hold in your fold and take a few breaths here. You can leave your arms hanging, or you can grab onto the rails or the shoulder rests if you're able to touch. Take one more breath in and out here. And then on your last exhale, you're just going to roll yourself all the way back up tall. Very good. All right, now set your hands onto the box. Get your spine up in a nice neutral position. Sit right on top of your sitting bones. Now, we're going to start pulling the carriage towards us, working the backs of the legs. So, as you breathe out, I want you to flex your knees and pull the carriage towards you, and you might even hit the box with the carriage. That's all right. And then drift your carriage back to the stopper. And do that again. Exhale to pull, and then inhale to return. Yes, now on the blue spring, this doesn't feel crazy heavy yet, but believe me, there's a lot more coming. So that's good. We don't want it to feel so heavy, because otherwise your heels will slip around on the headrest. All right, if you're having trouble, you can push your hands against the front of the box, and that might help you to stay tall through your spine. Yes, now this is super challenging because we don't have any support behind us. So you really have to draw up and in from your low abdominals and keep that tall spine against the movement of the legs. Good. Feel that inner thigh connection getting even stronger as you pull. And then release. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale. Very good. Last one. So nice. All right, now take your arms out to the sides. So now no arms on the box to support us. Now when we pull with the knees, I want you to also rotate your spine to one side. So you're going to exhale, find a nice deep rotation, and then inhale, return to the front. Other side. Now you want to go very slow. so that you're in control of the springs. Yes, especially since we're moving our eye gaze around, we have to move with a lot of control. We don't want the carriage to go zooming out from under our feet. Very good. So feel like your spine gets taller as you twist and then return to the front. So good. Couple more times. So really strengthening those muscles right behind the knees, also the hamstrings, to pull against the springs. Good. Let's do one more. Very good. Okay, take a pause. Okay, now we're going to add 3 counts of pulses coming from both the spine and with the legs. So each pulse is going to take you into a deeper twist and a deeper flexion of the knees. Okay, so lift the toes up, really flex the ankles, take the arms back out to the sides. We're going to inhale to get ready. Exhale, you're going to rotate and pull for 3. Release and go a little further. 2. Release and go the furthest you can. 1. And then return to the front. And that goes for the spine and the legs. We go a small range, release and go further, release and go the furthest you can, and then return to the front. Yeah, and that little release is just like a little bit of taking your foot off the gas pedal. Yeah, very small, just to kind of rev us up to be able to go deeper. Couple more times. 3, 2, keep that low back neutral. And then return. Couple more times. Some good work for the hip flexors too. Twist and twist. Draw the knees together. So good. Let's do 3 more total. 1. Deepen. Look behind you over that back arm. So good. 1 more time to either side. Good. Feel those obliques engaging. 3, 2. Open that back arm way behind. And then go ahead and relax. So good, you guys. It's super challenging to keep your posture against all that movement. So well done. All right, we're going to go into some single leg pulls now. So the springs are going to feel twice as heavy, only pulling with 1 leg. So I want you to take 1 knee and bring it up towards your chest. You can hold on to your shin with your hands and kind of pull your body forward to meet that thigh. Now we'll go into pulls with just the foot that's left behind. So inhaling to get ready, exhale, you're going to drag the heel towards your box. And then inhale to release it. Very good. Keeping your tall back, so not curling or rolling backwards away from the carriage. So good, you guys. These are so challenging. We're just going to do a couple more. Pull and release. Look down at your alignment every now and then. Make sure your hip, your knee, and your ankle are all tracking in line. Whew. Okay, and then let's do that on the other side. So switching heels, pull against that leg to sit your body up tall. And then as you exhale, only pull the foot in as much as you can keep your stacked posture. And then release. Exhale. And again, at any point, you can adjust your box to change the range of motion or how heavy the springs feel. Yes, couple more here. Drift and return. Good. Feel those abdominals drawing in as you exhale. Last 2 and last 1. Whew. Very good. Okay, next, to change up the challenge, we're going to put both feet back on, but we're going to be levitating our hips off of the box. So for me personally, I'm going to scoot my box back just a little bit for this one, now that the pelvis is going to be coming forward. All right, so place the heels back down, legs are together. Put your fingertips so that they're hanging off the front of the box, and then you're just going to take your pelvis right off of the front and hover it so that it's as close as it can be to the box without touching. Okay, now you don't want to be tucked under. You want to release your tailbone back and hang it straight towards the ground. All right, now push the box away from you, squeeze under the armpits, and you're just going to drag the carriage in a little bit and then return. So this one's not a very big range of motion. Pull and then release. Good. Feel that inner thigh connection get even stronger as you pull. Very good. Couple more. Now what you want to watch for is you don't want your pelvis to be swinging front to back. You want to keep it that same distance away from the box. So good. Let's do 3 more. A lot of work for the shoulders. 2 And then last one, very good. Return the carriage fully and then lift your hips back up to sit on the box. Nicely done. Okay, next we're gonna leave the carriage still. Place your hands back on the box. Hover your pelvis back to that same position and take a couple tricep dips here. So you're gonna flex the elbows and sink your tail towards the ground and then push away. Inhale as you bend, exhale to press. Yes, every time you push down, feel those shoulders driving away from the ears. Feel that good work under the scapula. Very nice. Now keep your tail close to the box, so we're not scooping under or tucking, but keeping our neutral. Good, let's do 3 more. Just go as low as you comfortably can. 2, keep it in a range you can manage, and then lift your hips up and come down and rest. All right, now we're gonna combine those 2, alternating back and forth. So we're gonna do 1 tricep dip, 1 pull of the carriage back and forth, all in that hovering of the pelvis, all right? If at any time it gets to be too much, sit your hips down, take a break, and then join us when you're ready, okay? So hands down. These are definitely challenging, so don't give up. Let's give it a try. So we're gonna hover the tail, push the shoulder blades down and away. Let's start with the tricep dip. So we bend and stretch the elbows, and then we pull and release the carriage. Good. So it's 1, 2 to tricep dip, 3, 4 to move the knees. Good. Down and push, pull back and forth. Lower and lift. So good, you guys. Couple more times. Whole body working together. Good, let's do 3 more. Good, take a break if you need it. Last 2. And then last one. Oh, good. Okay, return the carriage front and then sit your hips all the way back. Oh, amazing, you guys. That takes a ton of upper body strength. So very, very well done. Next, we're gonna get some hip extension going now. This has been a lot of flexing the hips. So put your hands back onto the box. You can experiment with holding in different positions if that feels good to you. Okay, I might try holding around the sides for this one. So hover your hips back off the front of the box. Push the shoulders down and away. Now don't let the carriage move at all. So you can almost feel like you're pushing forward with your feet a little bit. I want you to tuck your tail under and roll up into almost kind of a bridge. So your hips are lifting, your gaze can look up towards the ceiling, and then you're gonna roll back through the spine, hanging the tail down. Yes, and if you want to put your whole foot flat on the carriage now, that might feel better than lifting the toes up and then release back down. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. Scoop and lift, draw the knees in towards each other and then release back down. Good, so getting into those glutes and hamstrings and then release. So good, last one. Amazing. All right, take a break. Sit your hips all the way back. Whew. Okay, now we're gonna try a couple leg pulls with our hips holding in that bridge, and we're gonna do single leg pulls. All right, so let's give it a try. So hover the hips off of the box, roll up into that bridge. This time, keep your gaze down since we're gonna be here a little bit longer. Kick one foot straight out in front of you, flexing the heel. Keep the hips up as high as you can. Now don't drop the pelvis and just pull the bottom knee back and forth. You're gonna drag the heel under a little and then release. Pull and release. So only pull the heel as much as you can keep the height of your hip. So it might not be very large. Woo, last 3. Keep breathing. 2. And last one, return the carriage, set the foot down, and then swing the hips back to rest. And then we'll try that on the other side. So here we go. Not easy at all. Feels totally different with the hips up and the foot flat down. So here we go. Hover off the front. Scoop and roll up. No movement on the carriage. Kick your new leg out. Have your gaze down at that foot. And now we take our small little hammy pulls. Back and forth. Good. Pull and release. Only go as far as the hips can stay high for 3. Tiny little pulls. 2. Last one, return the carriage, foot down, and then set your hips back on the box. Whew. Amazing, you guys. All right, roll your wrists out. Last but not least, we are going to go into a variation of tendon stretch, which is typically done on the reformer, but facing the other way with our hands on the foot bar and our feet on the edge of the carriage. All right, so just a little bit of a different way to get into this action. So place your hands onto the box. The carriage isn't going to move at all, so feel free to add on some springs if you find yours moving. We're going to, just as a little prep to get into this, I want you to round your back, curl forward, and look at your knees. All right, now your elbows might be slightly soft here. Take a breath in. All I want you to do is push into the box. See if you can hover your tail up with your knees pretty straight, and then place your sitting bones back down. Do that again. So really fold like your nose and your knees are trying to be best friends, getting close together. Yes, if you don't drop your head and really round, it's not going to happen. Okay? Now you're welcome to just stick with these preps if the full exercise is not quite happening today. It's all right. These preps are going to get you going in the right direction. All right, last one. Okay, now we're going to combine that with our bridge shape we found earlier to help us get a little momentum in and out of this position. So just hover your tail. You want your hands slightly wider than your hips. Hover the tail off the front of the box. Now drive the hips up. Release the head back. Now I'm going to swing my hips, round myself into a ball, and push off my heels till my legs extend, and then I pull my hips back forward. Exhale, dig the heels and drive the pelvis back. And then lift. So good. Couple more times. Press and scoop, and then pull and lift. Let's do 3 more, you guys. So good. Push, nose to knees, and up. Last one. Whew. And then you can finish by just setting yourself on the box. Well done. Good job trying that one out. All right, we're going to end with a well-deserved stretch. So I want you to reach forward, place your hands on the shoulder rests if you can reach. If not, you can touch onto your legs and just pull your body forward over your thighs. Take a couple nice, deep, focused breaths here. Now, as you exhale, the next time you breathe out, I want you to grab on tightly to the shoulder blocks, bend your knees, pull the carriage towards you, and just fold into the tightest ball you possibly can, and then return the carriage and drop back into that hamstring stretch. Do that again. So I pull with my hands and my feet, and I'm kind of leaning back away from the shoulder rest, and you'll feel this stretch going all the way through your spine. And then return. See if you can get closer to the knees at the bottom. Good. Couple more times. Pull and round. And then release to stretch. So good. Let's do that 3 more times. Curl up in a ball. Try to slow your breathing down. We did some really good work today, you guys. So enjoy this stretch. All right, last time here. Oh. And with that, we are all done with today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed using the box in these different and fun ways. I really hope you loved it. And I can't wait for you to join me back here on the Reformer for our next workout very soon. So I'll see you then. Bye. You did it. Way to go on completing today's workout. I hope you feel amazing. If you want to see even more from Real Good Pilates, click the link down below or right up here to head to my website and claim your 7-day free trial for the Real Good Pilates on-demand subscription platform, where you'll find even more fun and challenging ways to work out with me that are all completely ad-free. Plus tons of subscription exclusive workouts that you won't find anywhere else. So I hope you'll try it out, and I can't wait for you to join me for even more Real Good Pilates. I'll see you over there. Bye.